Good morning. My name is Rob Johnson. I'm one of the elders here at FPC. I've been here for over 40 years and have seen how the Lord has guided the process of calling for pastors. In each instance, we have been blessed by the Lord in the interim between pastors, and the Lord has used our search process to bring just the right person to us. I've been asked by our session to clarify the process for calling a pastor by our denomination, the Presbyterian Church in America, or PCA. It has been said that Presbyterians do everything decently and in order. As you might expect, there is an orderly process for selecting a pastor. It is spelled out in a document called the Book of Church Order. We are required to follow that process. In addition to that formal process, our denomination offers a great deal of assistance in trying to match churches with prospective pastors. As you know, the session has been working on assessing our strengths and weaknesses and our opportunities and the threats that may affect us. We will be using that assessment to create a profile of our church, and that profile will guide what we will look for in the man who is to be our next senior pastor. Many of you have already shared your views with your shepherding elder, and we greatly appreciate that. The Book of Church Order requires that we select a search committee. We expect that that committee will seek applicants, review their credentials, listen to and watch their preaching, and interview candidates as they think will fit our profile. The process we expect will result in a recommendation to the congregation of a suitable candidate. It is then the responsibility of the congregation to vote on whether we should issue a call to that candidate. Once we have issued a call, the presbytery will determine whether that call shall be placed in the hands of our candidate. That's a fancy way of saying that the presbytery has important input into our next pastor. Once that process is completed, we will be able to welcome our next pastor. We have no specific time limit for this process, but we will proceed in an orderly fashion, finishing each step before we begin the next. Sisters and brothers, this is a momentous time in the life of our church. I would encourage you each to commit to pray for at least 15 minutes each week that the Lord will guide the selection of our next pastor. Pray for the session and Pastor Conant as they lead in the interim. Pray for the search committee and for the man who will be our next pastor. Pray that together we will impact the local community, the North Shore, and the world beyond under the leadership of our next pastor as we seek more people, more like Christ. Thank you for your time.